Hello my darlings, good morning, welcome to a new vlog. My goodness, it feels like a spring vlog even though we are just in early to mid-February, but it's a gorgeous day as you'll have seen from those drone clips. I was maybe 15 minutes too late flying the drone because just a few moments before that magical cloudy mist was over the entire village, but by the time I got the drone up it was just floating away. But it's been the most magical morning. Magical, but as I'm looking around I can see so many cobwebs. Let me show you. Does anyone else live in a house where spider webs, can you actually see this one here? They just get everywhere. I think it would just petrify me too much to know how outnumbered I am by spiders in this house. If in this kitchen, I would say there could be like 1,000 living in this kitchen. So I'm probably spider to Josie outnumbered, maybe even by 1,000,000 to 1. I don't think that's too unrealistic. But anyway, it's a gorgeous day and I know I've been showing a lot of food and a lot of gardening lately, and don't worry, this vlog will be no different. There will be food and there will be gardening, but I wanted to do a little bit of an outfit try on to get really inspired by some new things in my wardrobe, some old things in my wardrobe, really have a little play around, show you what's new in my wardrobe for spring, but also just share with you what I've been buying lately. I've placed a Zara order, I've got some new in from Reiss, I've got some new in from H&M and Ralph Lauren that I have showed you a little bit of recently. So yeah, to make the most of this lovely sunny day, I thought we'd do a little try on session together. But to fuel my try on, and by the way, how cute are the sleeves on this little cardigan, I love this colour so much. We've had a delivery, which I think it'd be rude not to open immediately. Just wearing this colour makes me so excited for spring. I think it's such a flattering shade on literally everybody, and I love that it's February and yet I've got the kitchen door open, fresh air, fresh breeze. So I did not know that you could get cupcakes delivered quite like this. That's amazing. And I think they've actually made it in one piece. There's actually instructions. Slide me open. Lift me up and slide me open. Do we think these will have survived? Pull here to open. I am actually mind blown that this has worked and these have survived the journey. Look at this. Red velvet Valentine's Day cupcakes. Thank you, Lola's Cupcakes. What a treat. I don't think I've had one of these in years. By the way, this was Heatless curls. I did a gym session this morning, as you saw, and then saunaed, and then when my hair was like 99% dry, I put it in Heatless curls for about 2.5–3 hours while I did some work calls earlier today, and they turned out pretty good. Still not quite even, but considering there's no heat in them, I'm pretty chuffed with that. So I got the cupcake in my peripheral vision, I have to say. Red velvet with a cup of coffee is my absolute favourite. I know I share a lot of like healthy hacks and, you know, sprouts and things like that here on the channel, but every now and then we all need a cupcake, don't we? I also made, I think it'll be up on YouTube Shorts by the time this vlog goes live, but I made my chili tomato paste bone broth pasta for lunch. I'll pop a clip on the screen here, and it was absolutely sensational. But anyway, so let's move on to some fashion pieces. I love filming fashion in here when it's sunny. So as I mentioned, this gorgeous little cardigan, this is from Zara, and one of my favorite pieces in my wardrobe of all time was a little yellow dress from Zara, and I have no idea what happened to that dress. It had like a lace bodice with little daisies embroidered in the lace. It was so beautiful, but this is the exact same shade of yellow. So for me, this is just such a gorgeous spring outfit with a little ruffle details on the sleeves, just loosely tucked in to some jeans. But I have to say, I love the ruffles down at the bottom as well, so it looks just as cute untucked as well. Okay, I've just added some earrings, and I'm actually wearing my little clogs, my UGG clogs, as my shoes. Normally I wear these just in the house, but actually I felt like I needed a little height boost. I'll show you a full length outfit up on the screen here. But yeah, this cardigan, I'm officially going to be snipping the label because this is 100% a keeper for spring. Okay, I'm very aware that I did show you this outfit in the last video, but since filming then, it has been an absolute favourite. You also saw me wear it when I went for dinner with a friend at 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅, but I couldn't film a what's new in my wardrobe spring outfit ideas. Kind of inspiring myself, by the way, because I'm taking videos on my iPhone as well, and I'm going to save these outfits in a folder. That is something I would so highly recommend doing. Sorry, you've got dust. Is that better? It's not ghosts. Oh no, they're still there. I'm sure it's alright. Looks like we're in a disco ball. Yeah, I basically have these afternoons where I film or take photos of new things in my wardrobe styled up as outfits, literally as I'm filming this for you guys. And then on those days, of which I have so many, when maybe I'm rushing out the house and I'm like, oh my gosh, what am I going to wear later? I'm getting changed at the gym and then I need to go. Then I can just look at one of these outfit videos and be like, okay, I need those jeans, that belt, that t-shirt and that cardigan. And I don't need to worry about if they're going to go together because I've already styled it. So this is one that I just absolutely love. The little camisole is gorgeous, and actually when I wore it to 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅, we were sat by a fire, so I did end up taking the cardigan off and I was really grateful for the little cami underneath. So yeah, absolutely love this outfit. Okay, this may feel like we've taken a little step back to autumn, but let's not forget we are still in February, and I still and always will absolutely love wearing brown. This knit, it's just a really easy to wear knit. It's a great price point and I think it just looks very, very luxurious. It's a nice high roll neck. Again, it's one of those outfits that's just kind of don't really need to think about it, and it's very comfortable. The silhouette is really, really lovely. The trousers are beautiful. I never wanted to complain about sunshine, but I am finding it a little bit tricky to show you full length outfits because we've got this giant block of sunshine over here, but the trousers really are the most beautiful fall to them. I did again show you these last week, but teamed with this knit. I think this is a really elegant outfit, complete with my beautiful belt. Okay, same base of the outfit, but a new knit. Have to say, this one is a touch itchy, and for that reason I am going to send it back, but I thought I would quickly show you anyway. I've been seeing so many people wearing this 𝑐ELINE jumper, which obviously has a little C's in the logo, and this very much reminded me of that. It almost feels a little bit autumn winter as opposed to winter spring, so quickly show it to you, but it's not one that I'm going to be keeping. Okay, back into the brown knit. I've just checked and this is $29.99. It honestly feels like designer quality, but I have changed trousers. The hunt for a flattering but comfortable pair of trousers for me feels endless, but actually Reiss has come to my saviour this season. I've got a couple of pairs from Reiss. I'll show you them both. So this is the first pair. It's a very, and also this sounds silly, but I'm just sizing up, and because I don't like to have the fabric too clingy on my thighs, it's not flattering on me personally, so I've been sizing up and I just much prefer how that looks. This belt has been just a winner. It was probably my best investment. Not cheap because it was or is 𝑐ELINE, but yeah, I've just been wearing it with absolutely everything. I can't believe it, the sun has now gone. It's meant to be blue skies all day. By the time I've decided that I'm going to share outfits with you, it always gets dark. But anyway, talking about light is so boring. They're actually cropped trousers. While we don't have sunshine, I can actually show you over here. So you can see the length of them are really, oh, they're kind of illuminated. Yeah, really flattering length. When it gets a little bit warmer, obviously with little sandals and mules. But at the moment, I've been wearing my chunky UGG clogs with absolutely everything. But adore these trousers. I'm going to be wearing this outfit for my next London day. It feels very chic. It feels just so incredibly versatile. And I'm really, really chuffed with this jumper. Haven't worn this bag enough either. What do we think about brown as we approach spring? I have absolutely nothing against it. I think it's a very chic and timeless colour. Okay, up next, this is quite a work-weary kind of outfit. I've popped on this really beautiful little cropped blazer and kept on the Reiss trousers. Absolutely love them. Yeah, this will be a fantastic one. Oh, we've got a puppy. This will be a fantastic one for a smarter day in the office, for me, for a day of meetings. I have grabbed my very old Chanel bag. I've had this for like 6 years and I think I've worn it out the house maybe 3 times, which is bonkers because it's absolutely beautiful. It's back in the day when they used to do real gold. I think this bag is actually from 1991, so it's as old as I am, but I need to get more use out of it. But it's all about the jacket, this outfit. So it's this beautiful kind of burgundy colour, which I just love. It's got a beautiful structure to it, but it's not too structured. Like, it still feels kind of cardigan-y, so if you want to look a bit more relaxed, you can wear it open. I'm just obsessed with this. This is my most reached for thing in all my outfits at the moment. And again, the jeans, the trousers, they're just such a nice length. And this time I've actually grabbed my Gucci mules, because I think the little brown mules look so nice with lots of different things. I think Dexy's a bit confused. He doesn't know who I'm talking to. He's standing behind the camera like, Mum, are you okay? But yeah, really, really like this as a smart, heading into the city for a day of meetings kind of outfit. Okay, we've got a funny one here. I think this is something else that's probably going to be returned, but again, I'll just quickly show you. It's a dress. It may look like a knit from where you are, but it's actually a dress from Zara. The top half is kind of knitted, almost neoprene. I think on me it's just a little bit hippie. And then the bottom is pleats, which is quite unusual. Dexy! I know it's so confusing when Mummy's talking, but there's actually nobody there. See, Mummy's just talking to the camera. Oh, you're so glossy. You're such a good look at that boy. How could anyone not fall in love with my eldest child? I'm in love with you. Oh, is there somebody in Dexy's garden? Oh. So yeah, down at the bottom, it's like a pleated skirt. Quite unusual, so I can't decide if I love it or just think it's weird. At the end of the day, I know that there's very few occasions that I would wear this to, so I am going to return it, but there we go. I do adore you. Oh. I'm sorry. Mummy's teasing. Mummy's teasing. Okay, the lights are on, and this is the final outfit that I'll show you. This is head to toe Reiss, and it's actually the trousers that I am most excited about. I feel like the search is over. Reiss are just absolutely smashing it with the trousers this year. Where's my Dexy gone? He's right there. So these are high-waisted. You're not going to believe all of these positive attributes I'm about to give these trousers. High-waisted, they've got pockets, they're a good length even if you're petite like me, and most importantly, oh, they've got straps for, what do you call it? Waist belts. Belt loop. They've got belt loops, which may sound obvious, but a lot of trousers like this actually don't. And most excitingly, they have got an elasticated waistband, so they are just ridiculously comfortable. Yes, the waistband at the back is elasticated. They're just off-white, which I think is the most versatile colour. Excuse all the clothes that I'm trying on over here. So yeah, I think I have found my perfect spring trousers. I absolutely love them. I think I adore you. I think they are a gorgeous silhouette, really nice fabric, perfect for both smarter occasions and just days when I'm working from home as well. A little bit more of a full length kind of look, so you can see that they are cropped. I've got them on just with my little Gucci mules. Again, we're sticking with the brown colour palette. But as I said, it's just incredibly versatile. I think they're so flattering. I love how loose they are. The elasticated waistband makes them so comfortable, and they're not too smart because I don't really need super smart outfits, so these for me are just perfection. Okay, I've got a couple of last bits that I want to share with you. I'm watching Katie Matthews. She used to be Katie Matthews, she's now Katie Heath. She's back on YouTube, I've been watching her vlog. Yes, I'm gonna sit down and show you the last couple of things which are new in my wardrobe. What other clutter can you see? What's that? Oh, it's a belt. This is the story of my life, just kind of hiding things from view of the camera. This is what the bed actually looks like. I've got my phone, I've got the lipstick that I've been topping up, my bag, and a pile of clothes. So there we go, there's a little bit of reality. So, final two things. They're quite unlike me to show you this, but I've got two pairs of trainers from Nike or Nike. I feel like people say Nike, don't they? But you'll see, these are not just any trainers, these are quite possibly the most beautiful looking trainers that I've seen in a very, very long time. Oh, or are they? Okay, let me tell you. Maybe not quite as cute. Maybe they are, I don't know, you tell me. On the website, these looked like actual pearls. Yeah, I thought they were gonna be like pearly pearls, but they're actually a little bit more plasticky than I was expecting. They're like sparkly air bubbles. I feel like if My Little Pony were to make trainers, this is what they would make them like. They've got this is quite pearlescent actually. When does one wear trainers like this? I feel like I always ask you guys for trainer advice because I just don't know. I just don't know how or where to wear trainers. But I persevere. My Todd's ones, I do actually wear them quite a lot on days in London, especially because I feel that they do have a bit of a heel, and actually these feel like they've got about an inch of heel as well. Before I try them on properly, let me show you the other pair, because I think these are actually even more pearly. Oh, I don't know. So the trainers themselves are more pink and the pearls are grey. Yeah, I definitely think I prefer this colourway. Do I need them? Will I wear them? They are probably the coolest trainers I've ever seen, to be fair. Yeah, I think the pink ones with the grey pearls are instant rejects. Even what I'm wearing now, I've just shown you all these gorgeous outfits, but as soon as I know that I'm just kind of relaxing at home for the afternoon, I just pop on the comfiest thing I can possibly grab, which is nearly always these wide leg lily silk trousers. And I'm really annoyed because they don't make them anymore, and I, like a year ago, got this stain on them, and other than that they're perfect. So I guess it just means that I only ever wear them in the house. So most of the time, I guess when I'm filming, it's only here up, so you guys don't really see. But let's see what these look like. How does one wear trainers? I think I half sized up, but even right now, they feel quite small. Let's see. What do you do if you want to wear trainers, but you're not very cool? I don't have a clue. They are quite tight. I think I got a 5.5, which I thought was a UK 4, but maybe I'm wrong. Or maybe they're not too small. Maybe I'm just not used to how they feel. I think the reality is I'm just not used to seeing trainers on myself, so I just don't know how to style them. Yeah, really need your help here, guys. I'm sure that 90% of people watching this video have far more experience wearing trainers than I do. Are they cool or are they dorky? I mean, they're Nike, I think they're Air Max, which I'm led to believe is quite cool. I think I am going to get half a size up. I'm going to go up to a 6, US 6 that is. What do we reckon? Well, I have just polished off my second Lola's red velvet cupcake. Why are they so delicious? It's the buttercream. I just can't control myself. Anyway, onto slightly more nutritious thoughts. I'm gonna make a creamy tomato soup ahead of tomorrow. We've actually got some colleagues, that sounds so professional. We've got a work meeting at the house tomorrow, colleagues coming from London, so I want to make a lunch which I don't need to spend too long kind of putting together tomorrow. And everyone, in my humble opinion, let me know if you don't by the way, but I believe that everybody loves a creamy tomato soup. I don't believe there are any dietary requirements that wouldn't be able to have this. I am going to use butter today, but when I made this last time I made it with olive oil so that it was vegan, but I know that neither of the girls coming tomorrow are vegan, so I'm going to use salted butter. And then the other ingredients are just pure goodness. So we've got my homemade veggie stock, we've got Lola's homemade veggie stock paste. This is a Thermomix recipe. I will not be able to leave it down below because it's on the Thermomix app, but I'm sure you can find alternatives online. I've got these amazing tomatoes. I got these from the farm shop this morning and they just look so gnarly and wonderful. I think it said they were Andalusian tomatoes, so this is probably what the Spaniards would use to make gazpacho with, and I love gazpacho. My mum actually makes a really good gazpacho. We've got an organic coconut cream. However, I actually would not recommend the Waitrose one because this has got, what is it? It's actually got guar gum in it, which as far as UPF ingredients go is not the worst, but you can get coconut cream that doesn't have that in it. So we've got this in the cupboard and it's not going to be the end of the world, so I'm going to use it, but I would actually recommend the coconut cream from Buy Whole Foods online. I'll leave that link down below. We've got an organic tomato puree, same one that I used for my lunch today. We've got garlic cloves. This recipe uses 2 garlic cloves, and then just 50 grams of onion, which is not too much. So I think that's everything. Oh, I've got my Italian seasoning. If you've got like a pizza crust, a pizza herb seasoning, then that will work perfectly. So there we go, that's the ingredients, and I'm going to start off by sauteing my onion. It is getting dark outside, but it is 5:10. So I now, about 25 minutes later, that took start to finish, I have an entire, can you see, I don't want to spill it, I have an entire Thermomix full of tomato soup. This can all be done without a Thermomix on the hob. Obviously you need a blender, even a hand blender is fine for that last little zhuzh, but my Thermomix heats things as well, so I do the whole thing in the Thermomix, which just saves a ton of washing up. So I'm gonna let that cool down for maybe 15 minutes. Then I'm gonna pop it into these jars and into the fridge ready for tomorrow. I haven't decided if I'm gonna make the croutons ahead of time. I'll see what the bread situation is. If not, I will do those tomorrow. But now I am going to set up base camp by the fire in front of the TV, put something that I don't need to concentrate on in the background, and just go through my emails and check there's nothing urgent for me to send. I don't like sending emails after 5, so what I do is I schedule them to go live at 8 AM the next morning. So if you've ever had a flurry of emails from me at 8 o'clock in the morning, then you'll know that that's why, because I did them at weird times the night before. So my darlings, that's all I'm going to do this evening, so I'll catch up with you tomorrow. Good morning, my darlings. Gosh, this lighting is not doing me any favors whatsoever. It is a couple of days later. I've done a little bit of higgledy-jigglediness with the vlogs, and Not that you guys would notice if I didn't say anything, but yesterday I ended up filming a little bit more for Wednesday's vlog because it was too short for my liking. So long story short, it's now Sunday, so a few days since I last saw you. I think when I left you, I was just filling my glass bottles with tomato soup. Well, it was so delicious that I'm actually making it for my lunch again today. Actually a slightly different version. Today I'm making a roasted tomato soup. So at the moment I've got my other tomatoes that I didn't use up on Thursday, half an onion, a bulb of garlic, some chopped carrots because I had them in the fridge and I thought why not, and what else? Herbs, all roasting together in the oven. But while they're roasting, I'm going to pop in some Heatless curls, and seeing as they actually have turned out quite well the last couple of times, I thought I would just show you the tiny little tweaks that I've been making to my Heatless curl routine, just in case it happens to be these that are making the difference. So I showered and washed my hair this morning. It is about 99% dry. I do hear online that you can do Heatless curls in dry hair. I would say that that would work better if you are planning on sleeping in your curls. Today we're heading out for a Sunday roast with Rory and Nathan a bit later, so these can only be in my hair for 2.5 hours. As you can see, this is my hair completely natural out of the shower. It's poker straight, a little bit fluffy, but not too frizzy. All I've put in it so far is the Redken One United spray and my Kerastase oil. If I wasn't freshly out of the shower with 99% dry hair, I would probably be tempted to mist it with something. And I've ordered something from 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅, is that how you pronounce it? 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅, which is meant for heatless styling. So I'm gonna try that out. It was very expensive. I got advertised it on Instagram, but I thought I could test it out and let you guys know how it is. So what you need to do heatless curls: your silk sausage, 3 hair bubbles. I like fairly chunky, silky hair bubbles, and 2 large hair clips. So what I like to do to start with is make sure I have got a center parting. And I used to do a center parting all the way down the back as well, but now I kind of zigzag it a little bit and I just use my finger to do this. And then brush it smooth either side, get my hair on my shoulders. Now I'm finding the perfect middle of my silk sausage, placing that about 2 inches from the front of my hairline, and then clipping one side back, just like this. Now here's, okay, I've prepared my wrist with a hair bubble, and aside from the very first section, which I take just from the front here, brush it up, and then importantly, take it really tight and up as opposed to diagonal over the heatless curler. And then all of the next sections, I'm actually kind of grabbing hair from all along the parting. So instead of just grabbing here, I'm starting from the back. I really should have put makeup on before doing this. And now you can see I've got this much hair, which is half from the back, and then just kind of like the full section of hair, if that makes sense. I would say that the smaller the section of hair that you take, the better. So I'm just grabbing a section of hair from the front, from the back, quite a small section, and importantly, really tightly wrapping it around the silk sausage. When I say small section, I would say about 3/4 of an inch. And then when we get to the last little bit, I've only got this much hair left. I'll grab it, add it in, tightly wrap it, and just wind it all the way down. And now, wrapping the hair bubble over the ends of my hair. Okay, so I've kind of pushed my hair up a little bit so you can't see any of the silk sausage. Now importantly, I am twisting the silk sausage and my hair away from my face, just by hand. And this is again tightening the heatless curl. I always think it gives you a little bit of a facelift. This is when people thought I'd had Botox when I had my hair up like this. So this is where it gets a little bit weird, but you can either, if you're wearing a dressing gown or a jumper that's not delicate, you can use your second clip to clip the sausage to your outfit. I normally do this in a dressing gown. I don't want to clip onto this jumper, so I'm going to put this in my mouth and hold it there while I do the exact same on the other side. Okay, this is what I call the heatless curl facelift. So now I've got both of my twizzled sections, and again I'm just using my hands to kind of twist the sausages and my hair away from my face, and now I'm dragging them together at the back, crossing them over, and then using my big hair tie just to secure them in place. And again, you can just kind of manually twist them. Oh, my hands are aching. Manually twist them. You can twist the sausages just to get these curls as tight as possible while they are setting. Now you could do another little mist with a hairspray if you want to. I don't feel the need to. Just kind of, again, twisting it back, getting these curls as tight as possible. And yeah, in a dream world, 3 hours. I don't quite have that amount of time today. Do we think, by the way, this could cause a bit of a receding hairline? I guess if you do it ridiculously tightly. I'm not doing it that tight, but there we go. That's how I do it. I'm gonna go and do the next steps on my soup, and then I'm gonna pop on a little bit of makeup. Okay, this is a vlog of 2 tomato soups. So this one would be probably the best one to do if you don't have a Thermomix. So I've got my 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅 perfect pot, and I've just popped that on the hob. So as I mentioned, I did do a little Blue Peter style. Here's some I made earlier. So in a roasting tray, we've got 3 or 4 quite large tomatoes, half a red onion, a couple of carrots, a bulb of garlic which I sliced in half, and then I also had a pepper that was in the freezer that I grew in the greenhouse. I've got a few chilies and peppers in the freezer. I'm actually just going to take out the garlic and take out the pepper, and then pour the rest straight into the pot. Yum, yum, yum. And when I was roasting, we also had olive oil, salt and pepper, and some of the Italian seasoning. Now I'm adding a tablespoon of homemade veggie stock. And this is how much of my homemade veggie and beef broth that I've got left. I call it homemade veggie and beef. It's mostly veggie. I only had 1 beef bone in here, so it's, yeah, mostly veggie broth. And now I just wanted that garlic to cool down for a few seconds before I give it a squeeze, because we don't want the skin in here, only the cloves inside. The fact that it's roasted, they've gone almost caramelized and so delicious. Also, the roasting really intensifies the flavor of the tomato. And then with the pepper, I just don't want the green stalk, but the rest of it can now go in. Give that all a stir together, and then I'm going to leave it just to simmer and all the flavors to meld together for around 20 minutes. So my normal crouton recipe is bread chunks covered in olive oil with some salt and then some Italian herb seasoning. But today I'm going to elevate them by grating on a load of parmesan and drizzling with honey. I think this will just make them absolutely scrumptious. Charlie has just been going through some post that we had at Strawtop, and we have got a rather lovely delivery. Do you want to explain what this is?
we have a lovely little piece of artwork here that someone has kindly sent us from Lithuania.
Wow.
So we have a subscriber in Lithuania, which is awesome. It always blows my mind. I get very geeky when it comes to
the geography.
Like, yeah, because I'd love to visit Lithuania actually. Is that a Baltic country?
I think so.
No, I'm not sure.
Wait.
Yeah, Lithuania. Because Vilnius, is it Vilnius? I think it is Vilnius.
I don't know. Do you want to
show?
show?
Of Lithuania. So this is the piece of artwork which is by a local artist in Lithuania.
It's so cool.
It is cool. So these are obviously flowers.
Wow.
But the sheep is awesome, right? It looks a little bit like when Dickie scouts.
Yes.
And it's just a lovely handwritten letter and from someone that supports the channel.
Wow.
Really sweet.
Gosh, that's actually incredible.
Yeah, so I think we're going to get that framed and put it somewhere in one of the cottages, hopefully.
That's really lovely. Look how tidy that person's handwriting is.
No.
And what beautiful writing
nice
paper.
Is this as well?
That is so lovely.
Really sweet.
Very thoughtful. So who sent this to us?
See, I can't quite... I think... Well, you give it a go. I don't know.
𝑭𝒂𝒕.
𝑭𝒂𝒕? I'm not sure. They've signed it very prettily.
Very neat handwriting.
Yeah.
Very kind. We can't wait to...
Yeah, this is amazing handwriting.
Yeah. I wonder if that... Did you ever do that in school where you'd have a bit of paper and then you'd have a really bold lined bit of paper behind it? Did you ever do that? Magic lines.
Yeah. Amazing. Well, very, very sweet.
Very thoughtful.
We thought we would feature it on the vlog because it is just such a nice little personal touch.
It is. Look really nice in a nice antique wood frame in one of the cottages.
Thank you very much.
Very, very kind. Okay, croutons are in the oven. Soup is bubbling away and I'm going to try and do a quite literally 5-minute makeup routine. I feel like I have done a little bit of makeup with you guys on the channel lately, so probably won't talk through everything. In fact, I think I showed you this exact look not that long ago, but starting off with Jones Road, 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅 foundation. Very naughtily, I've not been wearing SPF lately. I just think it's been so, aside from that one blue sky day, it's been so cloudy and miserable lately that it's not really, I don't know, I don't feel like it's been particularly necessary. But I'm just going to do a really quick, natural, glowy, everyday makeup. This lighting is a little bit harsh. And then because the 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅 foundation is really, really natural, I am going in with some concealer. This one is from Tropic Skincare. Just in those areas where I need a tiny bit more coverage. I really like doing my makeup when my hair is up in heatless curls because my hair is already swept away from my face, which just makes it super, super easy. Now I'm using the Jones Road Miracle Balm and I use a �Σigma brush for this. Again, really natural, just kind of all blends together for a glowy, everyday makeup look. And I actually like to use this on my eyelids as well. It's the perfect kind of creamy bronze for the eyelids. Brows, I'm using the Beauty Pie Super Brow Angled Sharpening Pencil. Oh, shaping pencil rather. It's got a spoolie on one end to brush them up. And I use the shade Perfect Brown. Gosh, this lighting is horrible. But I find that this creates the perfect, very natural hair-like strokes. And it's also a very gentle pencil, like it really doesn't feel as though it's tugging on my skin, if that makes sense. So to set my brows in place, from Merit Beauty, this is their brow gel. And this kind of volumizes your brows as well. Gorgeous. Tweezerman lash curlers. Jones Road mascara. And then also from Jones Road, this is another of their Miracle Balms, but this is in the shade Miami Beach. Another brush from �Σigma, this is their Chiseled Cheek. And the thing with these balms is you have to kind of break the surface of them to release the pigment, and then once you do, they just have the most gorgeous natural colour payoff. When I first tried these products, I was like, ooh, I'm not sure I'm getting enough colour out of them. But then I realised you have to kind of like scratch the surface off, and I will never look back when it comes to creamy balmy products because these really are so beautiful, and you can really layer them up as well. I'm actually going to add a tiny bit more bronze. And then on a normal day, I'll actually take the pink version of the Miracle Balm and I'll pop it on my lips, but actually I will do that today just to show you. It's the perfect kind of natural really subtle lip tint. And that would normally be me, I would be done. However, I've got something new here to try that I want to have a play with from Hourglass. These are their new lip products and they're called, I actually don't know what they're called, they don't have a name on them, but this is in the shade Sense 110. Oh, I think they're called like gloss sticks or something. This is a really lovely colour. You twist it up. That is very, very nice. That feels super hydrating and balmy. Worth bearing in mind that they don't retract back into the tube, so you need to be really careful not to do too much. For me, my makeup needs to take me no more than 5 minutes. It needs to be nice ingredients, nothing nasty, and just make my skin look like my skin and hopefully nice and radiant and glowy. So those are the products that I've used today. Gosh, this lighting, horrible. It's really not doing me any favours. But that took a grand total of 5 minutes. So now let's go downstairs. I think the croutons will be ready and it's time to blend up and enjoy my lovely soup. Now that is a hearty bowl of soup. I may have left the croutons in for a minute longer than they needed to be in there, so they're a little bit toasted, but they are seriously delicious. I just had a munch on one. So I like to load up my soups. I poured in the soup, added some seed mix, added some of my broccoli sprout microgreens, croutons, olive oil, scrunch of pepper, and then a little bit more parmesan. And let me tell you, this is so delicious. I didn't even add any cream or coconut cream to the soup, but having just done a taste test, I don't think it needs it. It's got a real kick to it thanks to that pepper, but in the absolute best way. It is so scrumptious, so I cannot wait to dig in. And the best thing is I've got plenty of it, which will keep me going throughout the week. Well, I'm looking exceptionally glamorous. But needs must when it's so chilly. Oh my gosh, it is so muddy. My little boys are definitely going to need a little shampoo when we get back home. They seem to enjoy getting muddy. Mommy, I don't know what you're thinking bringing us out in this. Actually, we're quite livid. We're quite livid. Come on, babies, you can do it. You can do it. Oh, they're so livid. I'm sorry, babies. Well, the soup was delicious and I made myself a nice matcha to perk me up again. We're heading out in just over an hour to meet Rory and Nathan for our Sunday roast. So I only had a fairly small portion of the soup, but looking forward to having the rest of that tomorrow. And Charlie's in one of those like real need to sort and tidy and organise things moods. So he was like, Jose, come on, we need to tidy out the tablecloths and the table linen. So we've just put together a big bag for charity. It's quite nice and satisfying when you have a good clear out of like a certain niche topic. There's a cupboard in my dressing room that I want to have a real tidy out when we get back as well. Little and often with the sort outs, and then it doesn't feel quite so overwhelming. But anyway, I thought I'd bring the boys, where are they? I thought I'd bring the boys for a quick half-hour walk, seeing as it's not actually raining at this exact moment in time, before we head out for our Sunday roast. We've got new harnesses. We're christening them and getting them nice and dirty. That's the plan. Dexy hates getting muddy. Mommy, I'm not made for this. I'm a city boy at heart. No, you're not, Dexy. Come on. Come on, my Dexy, my lovely, lovely boy. Okay, world's quickest hair unraveling as we are literally about to leave for our Sunday roast reservation. So I'm just pulling out the hair bands. Keep getting served videos on my explore page of the girls that run the Eternal Muse page doing their like super speedy undoing of their heatless curls. I'm not gonna lie, it's made me tempted to buy one of their heatless curlers. So shake it out, hair flip. wide tooth comb. Wow. That's pretty amazing. So I'm going to leave that to rest in the car, and then I'll just pin it up when we get to the pub. Okay, we just got here. I'm going to brush it out a little bit more. Still very Jane Fonda. Okay. Just got one of these little clips. Get my hair out my face. And then a little bit of Living Proof, dry, volume and texture. I'm going to open the door for this. Okay, let's go. Just like that, we are back home again. Gosh, it's been a while since I vlogged in this mirror. It's starting to bother me, this little... Is it bothering me? It only bothers me when I film that it looks dirty, but actually it's the effect on the glass. But you know what? I actually don't film up here that much, and it's all because of the downlighters. It's just not the most flattering lighting. But anyway, that's boring chat. So back from our Sunday roast at the Boxing Hare, which is really, really close to Soho Farmhouse if you are staying there. It was a lovely roast and great to catch up with Rory and Nathan. I'm actually going to pop my comfy clothes on straight away now. In fact, it's 6 p.m. I think I'm going to put my pajamas on, and I'm going to do just one more small area of sorting in here. A little pile of bits that I sorted earlier, a couple of dresses from Needle and Thread. I'm actually going to list these on by rotation, so you can rent them out if you've got any fabulous events coming up. And then in here I have put all of my kind of festive, sparkly dresses that realistically I'm not going to wear until at least October next year. So they are now there, and I think I'll just slide those under a bed. So that's a little section that I've tidied. Now I keep most of my beauty products in these cupboards in this little room tucked away behind my dressing room, and as you might be able to guess from the fact that I've literally got baskets overflowing, these cupboards are pretty full, so I think this area is what I'm going to tackle next. Okay, my darlings, I've just had a huge sort out, which I didn't really film for you. I thought it'd be quite boring, but I thought this was not interesting necessarily, but just mildly hilarious. Basically, whenever I get the train home from London after a dinner, I always want to do my evening skincare routine, or at least get started with it while I'm on the train. I know that sounds really weird, but I just like getting home, especially when it's late, and just being able to take my clothes off and get into bed. So I've put together this little pouch. In it, I don't condone face wipes. It's not enough of a cleanse, but when you're on the go, it's sometimes just what you need. Also just generally really useful. If I have time in Marylebone Station, I will use a face halo to get rid of the majority of my makeup. At this stage of my life, I don't care if people see what I'm doing and think, that's weird. I don't care. So then I've topped this up with micellar water, and I've got this little sachet I think I got from a hotel of cotton pads. So this step I will do on the train. I've got a spare makeup remover thing here just in case, I don't really know why, but there we go. And then I'm packing the TLC night serum from Drunk Elephant. I've got in my organisation that I just did, I found all these minis which I thought would be very useful. I've also got a facial oil from Charlotte Tilbury. I don't know why I would use facial oil on a train, but sometimes a desire might arise. And then I've got the choice between two very luxurious moisturisers. I've got a little sample here of Augustinus Bader's The Rich Cream or Eve Lom's Moisture Creme. Both absolutely beautiful. And then just for the sake of variety, and because they're so travel friendly, these Noble Panacea Rejuvenating Night Balm and the eye cream. So there we go. I now have, and it's tiny, very lightweight, this little bag of evening skincare, which I'm going to pop in my bag to do on the train tomorrow night. Let me know if you think this is really dorky or just really organised. Possibly both. Okay, it's only 7:20, but I've done my evening skincare and I'm going to go and sit downstairs now and we're going to start watching a new series on TV. Rory was recommending something called Palm Royale on Apple TV, so I think we might give that a try. I have just used my face halo and then I used the Tropic smoothing cleanser. I really like this. It doesn't foam up or anything and it almost feels as though you're putting a moisturizer on your face, but it's a really great second cleanse after my face halo. And then I love to apply this over my limbs just before bed when I pop on my pajamas. It's the Skin Relief body oil spray from Aveeno. Unlike a body lotion, it just, you know, you don't need to wait for it to sink in, and I love how it feels on my skin with pajamas on top. It feels so hydrating and I just love it. I think I'm going to get through quite a few bottles of this year because it's become part of my evening routine. I never really used to moisturize my body before bed before this, but it just makes it so easy. And then I have popped on my Skin and Me, which is now Renew and Me. And became Renew and Me. So I've popped on my actives and I'll do a nice thick hydrating face cream before bed. But anyway, my darlings, this is where I'm going to leave you. I'm actually not sure if I'm going to vlog tomorrow in London or not. Maybe it might be coming next, but if not, good night and thank you for watching the vlog. If you got to the end, actually, instead of me asking you to leave a word, could you let me know if you watch the vlogs on your phone or on the television or somewhere else? Let me know where you watch the vlogs. I will see you tomorrow in London. Okay, my darlings, as you can see, I'm a little bit preoccupied in a very relaxed state, so I'm going to do a voiceover for the first part of our time in London. I was treated to the most incredible facial with Adela Crown. Adela is possibly the best facialist in the world, in my opinion. She does so many signature moves, including this one, which is her finger dance. It is the most incredible massage. So uplifting, so relaxing, and fantastic for those facial muscles. She also has so many different types of machines that she uses, and each facial is completely bespoke depending on what your skin needs. What you saw earlier was her also creating a bespoke collagen mask for my face, which she cuts perfectly to shape, and my skin, it's 6 days later now when I'm recording this, my skin is still glowing. The treatment was at the 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅 Hotel and I was able to use the facilities, so I did a 40-minute workout in their gym, which is called Workshop, and it's open to hotel guests, and I believe they've got a membership as well. It was a really wonderful gym and I had the whole place to myself at lunchtime. I don't normally do lunchtime workouts, but it felt perfect to slot this in before using the spa facilities. They have this really wonderful spa space with these little cabanas where you can actually order food to your pool bed. Really lovely long pool, and yeah, this is the menu. They had juices, you can order champagne to your poolside bed. Really lovely space, and this gold leaf jacuzzi, which was very relaxing. So it felt weird being so relaxed and pampering in the middle of a London day, but I'm really glad I made the most of the facilities. Then I went shopping on the King's Road. I had a little look in Ralph Lauren, didn't buy anything, but it's always lovely to see how they style things. I always think that the outfits on the mannequins and in their campaign imagery is so beautiful, and it gave me a lot of inspo. I thought the material on this blazer was absolutely stunning. And with all of this styling fresh in my mind, I then popped into Zara on the King's Road, which is my favourite Zara store. They had so many amazing bits here. I'll pop a QR code on the screen here so you can actually scan that if you want to shop the pieces that I'm trying on here. That first coat was reversible and I didn't buy it and I regret it, and I've actually now ordered it online because it's gorgeous. This shirt, almost identical to the Ralph Lauren one that I recently ordered, but a fraction of the price. I bought this, styled it with my Ralph Lauren cardigan over my shoulders, and I thought that looked absolutely gorgeous. I'll leave this entire outfit linked down below because these trousers are a winner. Then this little grey cropped blazer, I thought it was a bit smart for my personal wardrobe, but if you are looking for something to pop over your shoulders for a workwear outfit, I thought that was great. And these trousers were really lovely, smart office workwear trousers too. Didn't get those, but I thought the pleating on them was beautiful. Again, a little bit smart for me. I loved the pink trousers. I thought they were really fun for spring, and I would definitely recommend sizing up with these. And then the final piece, which I actually spotted after going into the changing room, was this suede
shacket or faux suede because it's under £50 and I loved it. Next was into Harrods. I met Em and we popped to the Prada Cafe. I picked up a little cake and then grabbed a very quick one of these little dice rolls for a pre-dinner dinner. Oh my gosh, this melon, by the way, £150. The Harrods Foodhall is incredible. If I lived nearby, I don't think I'd have any money because there's just too much temptation here. All the dumplings, all the, oh my gosh, gymkhana. All of the different foods here were just mouth-watering. If we didn't have a dinner reservation, then I think I would have eaten a 12-course dinner here. They even have a live pasta evangelist station, rotisserie chickens. It's truly incredible. And then we went into the sweet treats room, all of these little truffles and these incredible dates. Oh my gosh, I bought a box of those and they're scrumptious.
Having a grand tour of the Harrods Foodhall with the queen of the Harrods Foodhall. Em has shown me all of the best things to get in here. Are you doing TikToks about it? How can people find out the info?
I feel like I just post about it in all of my vlogs. I always just come into Harrods. Someone actually commented that like all you do is go to Barry's and go to Harrods.
I feel like all I ever do is go to ΔELSFORD and do not much else.
I need to the bakery. You haven't been to the bakery section, and we've done all of the sections. I just feel like people underestimate how much good stuff is in here.
So much. There's gymkhana,
expensive.
Rotisserie chicken, smoothies.
There's obviously like very expensive things in here, like £100 melon.
£118 melon.
But there's also like, look, they have 𝑭𝒂𝒕 and eggs in here. That's how you know they're good.
Ah.
So they do have like affordable, you know, good organic things. You can get really good gifts from here. It's just such an easy gift. Oh,
roastery.
Oh yeah, the roastery. This is where they roast the beans. If you ever need to get someone a gift, get them Harrods coffee beans. They are amazing. You can smell it being roasted.
Everything here is just next level.
The tea section. Oh, and a 50% off sale if you want to get some Christmas things.
Oh yeah, wow.
Yeah, 50% off seasonal reduction.
Oh my god.
Why is anything?
That is my dream cake. Pistachio sponge, pistachio buttercream and pistachio praline.
And absolutely amazing. That would be so good in the oven. Particularly if you put them in the oven.
Oh my god.
Is
that one with spin? So we've just had a quick freshen up at the spa changing rooms at the 𝑭𝒂𝒕 Hotel. I've just added a couple of curls to my hair. Em spent the entire time blow drying her Uggs. You'll have to watch her vlog to...
This is a problem, these are...
I said, why did you not wear wellies? You're a plonker.
I do have Chanel flats with me to wear for the actual meal, however, I can't... They would have been...
Do you own wellies?
I do own wellies, yes. But in London you don't usually need wellies.
You don't. No wellies, no Ugg boots.
This is why I look like this, by the way, guys.
I always say I freaking love Em's hair up. But anyway, this is the outfit of the evening.
Gorgeous.
Thank you, my darling. Outfit of the evening to head over to the Berkeley Hotel, and we're going to feast on the roof in their little gondolas for an alpine evening, which I'm very much looking forward to.
So our next stop was the Berkeley Hotel, and on our way we saw the farmers protesting in their tractors. They'd been all over Westminster that day, and up on the roof of the Berkeley we had dinner in one of these incredible gondolas. This is run by Feast Events on top of the Berkeley, and it was an alpine dream. We had raclette, we had cold meats, we had salads, we had chocolate fondue with marshmallows. It was the perfect way to spend an evening with the girls. The service was incredible, the quality of the food was absolutely amazing. We had just so much food, so many laughs. It was such a fun evening and a great way to catch up with your friends in privacy as well, because you've got an entire gondola to yourself. It's only open for another month or so, so I definitely recommend a trip.
Good evening, my darlings. It's actually the next evening, and I've realised I am wearing the exact same thing. It was a bit of a late one last night. I always have to keep an eye on the train times because they're only every hour in the evening after 9 o'clock. So it was really fun, but I did have to bid farewell to the girls a little bit earlier than I'd have wanted to, just so that I wasn't in bed at like 2 o'clock in the morning, because I can't handle it. But what an incredible evening. Feast at the Berkeley. Wow, that was such an incredible experience. It felt like one of the best bits of a ski trip, but in central London. It was really magical. The food was exceptional. I wish I'd taken a doggy bag with those truffle potatoes and the raclette. It was so good, just like hearty warming food, just the most amazing service. They had a little buzzer for the press for champagne, or you could just get anything you wanted. Incredible cocktails, and then the chocolate fondue at the end. The gingerbread man, it was delicious. I absolutely loved it. Couldn't recommend any more highly, especially as we reach the end of winter. It's I think they're finishing at the end of March, I think, so definitely a fun one to go with a group of friends before they finish. Hopefully they'll be back again next year. I wanted to really quickly sign off, but also just show you what I bought at Zara. Hopefully you enjoyed that little try on with the voiceover. They had so many amazing things. Of course, I did buy the, would you call it a shacket? The suede shacket that I saw at the end. You saw me trying that on at the store. I thought for $49.99 that was an absolute steal. And I also got this, the striped shirt. It's actually green, looks grey here, and I will be returning the Ralph Lauren one because this one is a fraction of the price and incredibly similar. And then, remember in the last vlog that I was showing that I'd decanted my matcha into a little jar so that I can just take a little spoonful of it each morning? Well, I wanted another one. So it's got this lovely little glass spoon, this fluted jar with the suction lid that keeps things airtight. You could put a seed mix in here, your matcha, your coffee, your protein powder. In fact, protein powder is what I'm going to put in this because it will just make it so much easier than having to scoop out of the sachet every single time. And that was $19.99. And then finally just these two little baskets, because my bedside table, same size as Charlie's one, there's no drawer dividers inside it, so all of my evening skincare is just in this massive drawer just rolling around. And I thought at least here I can do like face and hands. I do like a hand evening routine as well. I've got a couple of serums and cuticle oils, so that will just stop things from rolling around in my bedside table. So there we go. I wanted to quickly show you what I got, and yeah, I was far too tired last night to sign off when I got home. So there we go. Thank you so much for watching all the way to the end of this vlog. I appreciate it. It's been a really long one. You may have spotted some little QR codes popping up somewhere down here. I'll do an example now of a QR code that will take you to the discount directory of our blog. If you scan this just using the camera setting on your phone, then click the little yellow thing that pops up on the bottom of your screen. That will take you, this is best if you're watching the vlog on a television or on a laptop and then you've got your phone in your hand. I don't know how you do it if you're watching the vlog on your phone, but you can scan the QR code and it'll take you to a link. So in this case it'll take you to our discount page on the blog, where you can see all of our most recent discount codes with all the brands that we work with. But earlier you'll have seen it taking you to various different outfits and all of the outfit details to make it so much easier for you to shop. So I hope you like that. We're testing it, so we'll see. We'll see if it works and if it's worth the extra effort that we have to put in to generate that. So yeah, let me know what you think. Anyway, leave the word basket in your comment if you reach the very end. I'll be so impressed if you did, because I think this has been a really long one. But my darlings, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you very soon for the next one. Good night.